been to some fireplaces. It's hard to carry on when you feel all alone. Now I've swung back down again. It's worse than it was before. If I had seen such riches, I could live with being poor. Oh, sit down, oh, sit down, oh, sit down, sit down next to me. Sit down, 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 in sympathy.
Evening, everyone. Evening. This is a totally unscheduled stream tonight. Basically, I've been having a chat with YouTube because I'm having some issues with my streams, whatever you want to call them, processing. They can take forever and a day. And I was getting a bit pissed off of it. So I contacted them. And they're, I'll be honest, very helpful in the community chat. And this lady I was talking to, she said, look, can you do a stream later and we will actually monitor it just to see if there's something not going right? Because she said we're noticing some of your streams are taking way too long to process, even in standard format. So that's why I'm doing this one. So it's not going to be a massively long show, to be honest. Big up, Ty. First here, mate. Thank you for joining as always. You're a legend. Hello, Jez, mate. Hello to you, mate. Thank you for joining. Evening, Jez in chat room, the assembled, and Vic, evening, Jez in the chat, evening to you, and of course the legend that is Mama Flossie. What can you say? So I had to quickly think of something we could talk about. So that's why I'm doing this one. YouTube are currently monitoring this to see if there is any issues with the format, something that's not right, taking it forever and ever to render, which is a bit annoying because by the time these shows render or process, whatever you want to call it, nobody's going to watch them. And it's a very annoying thing. Lee's had it lately. Northside had issues. So I thought, no, I'm going to make a complaint. Well, not a complaint, but actually try and speak to somebody about it. So anyway, let's get into that. We saw the UEFA Champions League draw earlier. Bit weird. Didn't really understand what was going on. It took me a while to sort of get the gist of it. I'm not saying I fully understand it even now. I don't know if it's done for the betterment of the big boys. I don't know, but it was a bit weird. Yeah, Vic. Yeah, it was a bit dazzling, wasn't it? It was a bit not sure what's happening there, but do you not think it was funny? Right, I thought it was hilarious. Right, they're doing the draw. Right, you've got Ronaldo there to push the big button. Yeah, and he did it, and he looked so bored. His hands in his pockets. He was totally disinterested. And I was like, what are you doing? And then it got later and later and later, into that draw. And the team name was coming up. They're talking about, like example, Arsenal, who their fixtures are going to be against. He was forgetting to press the button, right? And the draws were already coming out anyway. So that says to me, it was already pre-drawn. Because unless you're going to press the button to send the computer off to do it, tells me it's already done behind the scenes. So what was the point of that? What a load of bullshit. Personally, I just thought it was absolute crap show, man. Got to be careful what I say here, because YouTube are watching this one. Big up YouTube. But yeah, it's weird, man. Absolutely weird. Big up Adam. Even Jez, glad you're alive. Got bored of hopelessly looking for transfer gossip. Yeah, it's getting that way, isn't it, mate? It's all going to be finished tomorrow, 11 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll know where we are. Yeah, Vic, it just showed, right? It showed to me it was already pre-drawn, and it was just embarrassment. I mean, Ronaldo was so out of it. He was like, hands in his pockets. Oh yeah, I've got to press the button. Oh yeah, because the guy, right, Buffon, was actually telling him, press the button. Press the button. And it was like, well, it's too late to press the button now, mate. The draws are already coming up on the screen. So what was that about? I just thought it was laughable. I really just thought it was like, man, how much money did he get out of that tonight, Ronaldo, right? For standing there looking bored out his head, right? And just like, I just don't get it. It was just unbelievable, man. It was. Vic says next year, rather they just do the draw in private and just announce the fixtures. It's boring to watch anyway. It is, isn't it? You know, I did a live on it, and I'm just sitting here thinking, well, just do the draw. What are you messing about with all these people and all these stars? Who cares? Who really cares? The only thing the punters want to hear about is who their team's going to draw. Who are the fixtures? That's all we want to know about. No, nothing else. I don't care about some woman singing her heart out. You know, I'm not interested. Really not interested in that at all. But anyway, before we get into this, people, smash the granny out of the likes. Right? There's 12 of you here. Smash it. I want 12 likes right now. Yeah, it doesn't cost you nothing. It's all free. This is an unexpected show, as I say, just trying to do a test thing here. The assemble, obviously, Jez, it's just more for PR stunts. Absolutely, mate. Goonie asked Sterling would be an Arsenal player tomorrow evening. Mark my words. No. No. Don't want him. Not the money he costs. No. Let him go to Man United, man. They want him. Let him go. Ty says Liverpool got the hardest group. Yeah, I think they probably did, mate. I think they probably did. Ours, well, let's have a look at ours in a minute. Big up, Kyle. Jez, big up, bro. You're putting out serious content, mate. Come on, people. Let's get this legendary Jez to 6,000. Yeah, that'd be good, mate. Takes forever. Takes forever and a day, mate. It's like pulling teeth. But hey, what can I say? Lone Star Londoner. Come on, the arse. Yeah. So we're going to talk about. Yeah, let's get into this. Let's get into this and have a look. Let's have a look. Guna says Sterling ain't moving out of London, and we buy Chelsea scrubs. Yeah, he don't want to go out of London, does he? He's more than happy, mate. So, mate, seriously, do we need him? Do we really? Is what is he going to bring to the party? Let's be honest. What's he going to bring? Don't know. I'm not interested, really. It's just, yeah. I was on someone else's channel. Says Ty. Couldn't be here on YouTube. Name is Solo. Couldn't be here. The YouTube name is Solo P1. Okay. No idea who that is, man. Couldn't be. Yeah. Okay, mate. Whatever. Anyway, let's have a look at Arsenal's draw. Right. So there we have it. Arsenal's fixtures. First game, PSG at home. Interesting. Well, is that scary? Is that bad? Well, Newcastle beat them last year. So with the great squad we've got now, I think we should get it over the line. What's your view on it? Give me your views. And then we've got Inter Milan away. That won't be an easy game. That is definitely not an easy day out. But the PSG at home, okay. I think if Arteta gets his act together and he gets his squad right with what squad we've got, then okay. I hope to think we can get a result there. Shakhtar Donetsk at home, that's not bad, but they're not a bad team either. So yeah, the thing is, none of this lot are an easy walk in the park. The fact you're in the Champions League, you're a tough team. You don't get there for no good reason. So, Atalanta away. Now that I think will be a tricky game. That's going to be a toughie. Not really looking forward to that. GNK Dynamo at home. Don't know a lot about. Is that who is this lot? Anybody know in the group chat? Who is it? I don't know who this is. This lot are. So yeah, I'm not convinced. I don't know enough there. Sporting Lisbon away. Well, we know how tricky that can be. We know how tricky that will be. So yeah, we're gonna have to have a good look at that game. That is for sure. Monaco home. Well, they've caught us out before. You know, I know their squad's not quite what it was, but hey, then hello, Nor's Arsenal's. Girona away. That's another tricky one. I can see that being one we could get caught out on, to be honest. But anybody in the chat confident? Do you think we're going to get out? And you know, if we have no group stages now, it's straight all these games, and then straight into the big boys. Yeah, we did avoid the major players, but I'm still not overly sure here. You know, I do worry that maybe we just haven't got enough. Guna here, ultra positive. We won't win one game apart from Girona. No, I think we will. I think we will. I actually think we'll do one on PSG, personally. Ty says, well, our champs group is mid. Yeah, I think we got a little bit easier than some of the other teams. Lone Star says that draw was harder to work out than Chinese arithmetic. Yeah, it was not easy, was it? It was a bit weird. I really didn't have a clue what was going on for the first. I'd say, I won't lie, for the first, I was like, what? 5 minutes? I think, well, what's happening here then? So they picked a team name out, and then all of a sudden you got these fixtures. I think, well, what's happening here then? Then I sort of started to suss it a little bit. I think, oh, right, okay, this is how it's working. So that's the team, and that's their fixtures, and that's how it's mixing up out of all the other 3 pots. Sort of got to understand it a bit. Was it rigged? No, I don't think it was rigged. I just think it's going to make it a little bit easier for the bigger teams. That's all I'm going to say on it. Atalanta destroyed Liverpool last year. They did. The Assembles, the San Siro is notorious for players pulling hamstrings. Let's hope we leave there. Yeah, we don't want any of that. We can't afford it, mate. We can't afford the injuries. No chance. AFC always, Jez, even sir, Real Madrid won the Champions League and added Mbappe to their squad. There's top gooners saying we don't need a striker that can help the team that is currently on a 4-year trophy drought. Mate, look, they only do it for the clout. They're clout chasers. That's all they do it for. They're doing it for the likes, the clicks, and all that bullshit. That's all they're doing it for. You know, they'll say anything. They'll sell their mother, mate, to get a like. You know what I mean? Lone Star says, Rambo gone for 25 mil, still for Southampton. Yeah. Is it 25? I heard it was less than that, but player we bought for 35. You know, you can't make it up with Edu and all that lot, can you? Ty says, PSG is going to be an easy one for no Mbappe. I wouldn't say it'd be easy, but hey, Ravi, big up, mate. Hope you're well. Smash the like, subscribe. Yeah, smash the like and subscribe, people. We're on the road. We're on that road now. 80 away, I believe it is, from a 6K. Vic says also they think the fixtures for Champions League will be released on Saturday. They need to check the calendar first. Why can it not be all done today? Well, the fixtures list dates. Yeah, I don't get it, man. Ravi says, Jez, thoughts on the danger men for Brighton? They got a few. We'll get into this. We'll get into that. Jez, has Edu been sacked yet? No, of course he hasn't. Of course he hasn't been sacked. Never will. It'll go on, and it will go on, and it will go on, and it will go on. Christopher says, Jez, some of our fans are going, say we're going to win it now. Well, they would. They would. I think they've forgotten there's certain teams in there like Real Madrid, Barcelona, you know, Bayern Munich. I know Bayern Munich were pretty shit last year, And am I also forgetting there's a sort of team called Man City? You know, hey, hello. Godfrey says, big up, Jez in the chat. Big up, mate. Hope you're well. Vic says, AFC always don't get my hopes up, mate. I wish, mate. I wish. Ty, Man City was right behind us. I really hope they weren't in front of us. Well, we good. We good now. So no Man City we're going against. So yeah, be up Godfrey from out. So yeah, so that's the draw for the Arsenal. Aces, good for the Jez. Pick up Aces. Hope you're doing fine, mate. And Kyle Walsh, the volcano, is in the building, and it's good to see Kyle's back streaming. Just need to see more of it, more and more and more of it. Didn't realise the Brighton game was 12:30. Look at our history in 12:30. Not good, mate. We don't like midday. You know what I mean? Yeah, we don't like midday. It's not always gone for our favour, is it? Especially at the Emirates, actually. Yeah, I mean it's one of them things, man. But what do you guys overall think about that draw? Give me a view, because I don't think it's that bad. It's not great, of course, but we avoided some of the big boys, so I think we should get out of it. I think we should qualify, and then we're in the mix. So hey, let's wait and see, shall we? Christoph says, also saw someone on Del Boy's channel say that Robbie thought that David Seaman was in. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier, man. I did mention that. He thought David Seaman was in goal in the Champions League. Yeah, there you go. And that's one of the top Arsenal fan base hosts. How can you get that so wrong? He'd left the club, man. Anyway, Sim, Jez, what should we and do you think we will sign Tony? Now that's an interesting question, man. That is an interesting because apparently we're looking at late in the doors. We're now looking at getting in Tony over the line, because maybe we are, because it seems to me one in, one out. Yeah, it's like we get rid of Ramsdale, we've got rid of Eddie Nketiah, we've brought in Mikel Merino, and so maybe we can now look at going for Ivan Toney. Interesting times. Who knows? It's going to be an interesting night tomorrow night. I will be doing the watch long for it. Ty says Liverpool versus Real Madrid is tough. They won the Conference League. So Egal will probably do another Madrid 11, but put Arsenal's 11 players in it. Yeah, more than likely, mate. You can't help it. He's a nice guy, Egal, but he's just deluded at the end of the day. AFC always Jez, Robbie Lowell, who actually supports Luton Town. Yeah, know that, mate. Well, it is one of them things, isn't it? Ty says, sorry for mispronouncing. Don't worry about it. We all do it. It's not a problem. Ace says, Edu currently partying on UEFA function. Yeah, over in Monaco. I bet they're having a great time tonight on the club. You know, seriously, what are these people on? Why is he there? Does he need to be there? No. Another representative could have been there. Does he have to be there? Not at all. He should be backstream, looking, getting the business done, doing a late night, getting things in place, getting another 180-page document in place. There you go. That's what you should be doing, Edu. Not sitting there, right, larging it up in Monaco, Monte Carlo, you know? Just can't make it up with these people. Seriously, man. I don't remember David Dean and Sir Peter Hillwood doing that sort of shit. Ravi, Jez, thoughts on which players win their battles versus Brighton? Okay, let's look at this because this is only going to be a short stream. Shortish stream. Brighton, 12:30 at the Emirates, Saturday. Okay. I've given my prediction out there. I think Arsenal are going to beat them 4-0. Am I ambitious? Yes, but I actually think this team will take Brighton apart. I don't think they're that good, to be honest. The teams are Man United, but bloody awful. Proper awful. Anyway, Let's get rid of that out of the screen. Let's get rid of that. And you can look at my ugly mug instead. Right, okay, let's look at the game. Arsenal-Brighton. We've got... Right, okay, I'm going to go with you with my starting lineup. See if you agree with me. See if you disagree with me. Okay, I would go, again, Trossard, right? I would not play Havertz in this game. I'll have him on the bench, but we know that's not going to happen. We know that, right? So I'd stick Martinelli in there, personally. I think he'd do a job. Why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? I actually think Martinelli's got that pace that can actually undo that Brighton defence. That's my opinion. Right, let's stop sharing this because it's annoying me. There we go. Big up, Dow. Hope you're well, mate. Hope you're well. Gunnar, there will be a surprise tomorrow, but it will be Sterling over to... Oh, mate, please don't keep saying it, Gunnar. You're depressing me. David Seaman was retired in 2006. Yes, he was. AFC, big up, Dow. So what would you rate the transfer window out of 10 if we sign a striker? If we get a decent, proper striker, at this point in time, talking to you people as we are, I would rate this as a 3-4. No more probably than a 3, realistically. If we get a proper striker in, I will go up to a positive 6.5, 7. Depending who we get. Let's put it right. It depends on who we get. PSG first 4 games are mad, says Godfrey. Looking forward to Yardman AFC putting Don Robbie in his place on Saturday. Yeah, I don't know why Yardman bothers with it, man, to be honest. Honestly, don't bother with it. I mean, I just walk past and tell them to F off, if you want my honest opinion. The guy's a fraud. Why? I mean, it makes me laugh why all these little mutants, right, like to run out of the ground so they can get next to where Lyle and his bloody lying bastard crew are. You know, they all talk bollocks. They all talk lies. Gunnar here, did you see how shocked Edu was at the end of the Wolves game? He knows he was screwed up. Yeah, he didn't look happy, did he? And nor did Josh Kroenke. Let's put it right. Adam says, I think the Champions League draw ceremony is a UEFA tax write-off. Of course it is. Of course it is, mate. Of course it is. It's a load of bull. It's an absolute load of bull. It's all jobs for the boys. Really is. Anyway, let's get back to the game, Arsenal. Right, so I was saying, Trossard I'd have there. I'd put Martinelli in the middle. I'd put Saka out on the right. Yeah. Now, will we see our new man, Marino? I don't know. Well, would we start Calafiori over on the left flank? No. If Tim was up for it, I'd start him. I'd give him... This is how I'd work it, right? I would work Timber, depends on how he's played. He didn't have a great game last week, let's be honest. Right, I'd stick him out there for, what, 55? 55 minutes maybe, see how he's going. If he's going well, keep him there, right? But if he's not having a great day, then I'd bring on Calafiori. He looked decent when he came on. He didn't come on for long, but he looked all right, decent. He's a big player. That's what we need. So give him some time, give him some game time. Yeah. So will we still see Marino? I think maybe he'll get 10 minutes towards the end. Maybe depends on the result, how the game's going. So yeah, that I think is a possibility. I do not want to see Zinchenko starting at left back. If he goes back to that tomorrow up against Brighton, the man's an absolute clown. Absolute. I mean, I'm talking Arteta here. If he goes back to having Zinchenko starting, no. No. We know he'll get spun. He'll know he'll get turned inside out. Now, there's a question. I was chatting to some other people today. Is there a case in point here? And it's be interesting debate, this one. Would we start Calafiori over Gabriel? Let's be honest, Gabriel's been a bit shaky last couple of games. Nearly cost us on a couple of occasions. So maybe start Calafiori there. He can play there. So, hey, I don't know. Vic says, as far as I know, the Champions League draw today was only to say which teams will play. The actual list of all of the fixtures comes out. Yes, it does. You're quite right. The actual fixture dates have not yet been published. Ravi says Zinchenko has to be dropped. Well, just don't start him, mate. Lib231 Guller, Zinny has to continue on the bench. Be up to see you, man. I haven't seen you before. So if you're new in the house, like and subscribe. That's, don't cost nothing, but good to see you, man. Good to see you. Welbeck has a habit of scoring versus his former teams. Yeah, but he hasn't played well against Arsenal in the last couple of games, let's be honest. The Assemble, this is a game Arsenal need to win. You've got to win it. Got to win it, man. No question. If we're going to be the big boys and we're going to go all out for this, then we've got to win all the games. There's no question about it. That's it. That's what the big teams do. So if we're going to say that, well, we are the big boys, then we've got to go out there and win it. So there's some questions there to be asked, right? Zinchenko, no. Raya is going to be in, of course, we know, because Ramsdale's gone. That's a defo. And the fact is, I would start up that three up front, different. I know it's different. I think sometimes having a difference is good, but we know he won't. We know Havertz will start. We know that all day long because that's what he will do, because that's what he's contracted him to do. I'm convinced of it. I'm sorry. Some of these ex-Chelsea players come in, and I'm sure whoever negotiates their contracts does a bloody good job because they always make sure they're starting in games. Yeah, we've seen it before. And it's bullshit to me. Lib231 Gunner says Timber against starts and Ricardo comes in in 76 mins. Yeah, I sort of said that, sort of. CM Arteta's trust in treating up front and not signing Tony, who's available, cost him his job. I'm not convinced it will. Honestly, mate, I'm not convinced it will. Because the Arteta sexuals will basically go along with the narrative, and it will be the get along gang, and the PR process of Arsenal Football Club will turn it into an actual bullshit statement, and we'll see what happens again. So there you go. You've got to be part of the process at this club to be anything. It is jokes, man. It's jokes, but there you go. Anyway, let's move on. Christopher says Havertz misses way too many chances, can be good on his day, but overall not good enough to head the line. Fact. He looks clumsy to me at times. If I'm honest, he looks a little bit clumsy. I'm thinking, not sure. He looks all a bit stumpy-footed at times. And I think that is a problem. That is a problem. Havertz will score more goals than Tony would, Vanish says. Well, are you convinced on that one? Are you absolutely convinced? Because I'm not convinced on that, personally. But who knows? It's early doors of the season right now. We'll see. Vic says, this is why I won't see us buying a striker. Legohead wants to play his boyfriend, the donkey up front. We will fall on his decision, in my opinion. You have to maybe fall on his sword. Question, do you think Arsenal, says the Assembled, Question, you think Arsenal are an attacking or defensive side? I think sometimes, mate, we're way too defensive. I'm afraid, I think we should be a little bit. Look, last year we were proven when we went on the attack, right? We actually took teams apart. We actually took them to pieces. So, I think we should be looking at that a little bit more. Vic K's has no balance, same as per. They look like they're going to, they do. They look a bit, I don't know, stumpy footed to me. Vanish, Havertz played striker half the season. He's an aerial threat and he will get 20 goals. Well, he didn't last season, did he? And he played pretty much every bloody game. So where are you getting your facts from? Would you take Gurakis as a striker? Yeah, I think he's all right. Yeah, I wouldn't not diss him. No. Tony outscored Kai Havertz. Exactly. So, hey. Mark says we need a forward. Yeah, we do. We do. Because we ain't winning jack shit, man. We ain't winning jack shit without a 20-25 goal a season striker. It's facts. Look at the stats over the years. Teams that win trophies, teams that win the Premier League, they have a proven striker. Or they have one or two players in there that can bang the goals over the line. Yeah. Oh, well, last year Arsenal scored 90-odd goals. Oh, my days, all this and all that and all that. What did we win then? Nothing. Because Man City scored more. And they won. So what's that telling you? Vanish says, but Havertz played till December as a midfielder. Well, what's that? And didn't Thierry Henry play there? Thierry Henry played then, scored 27, 30 goals a season once. So what's that about? Christopher Ryan, to be fair, Lee always said we need a striker for the past 2 seasons. We've been saying it for the last 4 seasons. Simple as that. Vanish, Liverpool 2019. Bobby Firmino, centre forward, wasn't a goal machine, was he? No, but there are other players as well. The same. Vanish, wasn't Tony out till January? Yeah, he was. He was banned, wasn't he? He was banned. I mean, the only time that Havertz actually started to pitch up was when he started playing centre mid, attacking midfielder, whatever you want to call it. He did start to play well, but he didn't get 20 goals. And we need a player that's going to get you 20 goals a season. It's proven stats. You've only got to go and look at it. Don't fall in love with these players just because they're there. Because at the end of the day, if the man can't prove and do it, then he ain't good enough. It's fact. I don't hate Havertz. Hey, I was the one. I was the one person, right, that said there's a player in there somewhere. We just got to find where he is. And we did at some point, but it's still not enough. Sorry. Vanish, he isn't including Brentford anyway, so he will go to Saudi or Chelsea. Well, he might go to one or the other, or he might come to Arsenal. Who knows? The assembled Havertz has all the attributes to be a good striker, but he doesn't have the mentality or physicality to do it. I find him clumsy. Yeah, that's what I said. He's a bit sort of, dumb-footed, if you ask me. Be fair, I just think, I just find it a little bit. He does seem to be a little bit off balance at times, a little bit ploddy. I don't dislike the guy. I really don't, but I just don't think he's the levels. Vic says there is no guarantee we will have a strong defence and attack stats like last season. Lots of teams have improved, so this is a new season totally. Can't use last season's stats to judge how we will play. Fact. Absolute fact. That sums it up. Best comment. Yeah, fact. That is it, mate. That is it. Vanish says, Jez, would you take Kingsley Coleman on loan to Arsenal? No, I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced, mate. Not really. 170 Gunner says, you are my favourite league Gunner follower. Thank you, man. But let's put it on the table. Lee and I don't always agree. I can assure you of that. We're not in each other's pockets. We are not. Adam says we definitely need more goals. Saka and Trossard are the only two to rely on. I rely on. Odegaard, Martinelli definitely need to up their numbers. Yet now, this is the thing. This is the thing, right? The problem is, I think with Martinelli, he's got. I don't know what his different game plan role. He's not just not the player he was 2 seasons ago, or a season ago. Let me say, let's not include this season. A season ago. Because last season I thought he was pretty poor. I won't lie. But yeah. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I just think he's got up his content. He really has. Christopher says there was a debate on Potsy's channel. Was Arteta happy with the squad at the moment? Would you agree with that or not? So there's a debate on Potsy's channel. Was Arteta happy with the squad at the moment? No, I wouldn't be. What are you asking me if I'm Arteta? No, it's weak. It's not good enough. I didn't see that show, so no. If you're asking me, would I as Arteta or would I as me, then I'd say no, not good enough. Sorry. Fanny says Odegaard is class, providing great assists and passes. At times he does. I won't deny you that one. I won't deny it. But he tends to go missing too much when I like him. You know what I'm saying? Andy G, why are people stressed? We're not signing any more players. Edu is a total incompetent twat. Lovely statement. Well, let's wait and see. Adrian says, you get a striker, you win the league, pal. Well, that's a big statement. Liking your confidence, though. Liking the statement. Vanish says, if Marino and Calafiori won't unlock Martinelli, we've got to replace him. True. Yep. I agree with you on that. Totally agree. That's a good comment, man. We need to get it over the line. That is it. Simples as. 170 Gunner, do you think Robbie forced people to not say art? Of course they do. They're all part of the club, man. There's part of the club things. They're not going to go against the club, are they? Right? They're going to go along with Arteta in. If you're getting into where our AFTV are with the club, you're not going to go against it, are you? You're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. You know, you're not going to go against your sponsors. They're sponsored, man. Right? Yeah. So you're not going to go against that and lose all your revenue. Of course they are. They're sold out, man. They're sold out. They're not the voice of the fan anymore. They're in it for themselves. They're in it to gain it. They're the biggest bunch of frauds out there. Seriously. True say Martinelli's development slowed down since Emery left and lost a bit of pace. Yeah, since his injury. Yeah, he has, man. Yeah, yes, I agree. Yeah, he has, actually. Since Arteta has taken over, Martinelli has played with his head down. Could be coaching. Yeah, I don't like that at all. I don't like it. I just think he runs into brick walls at times, my friend. 170 Gunner, Arsenal fans should be angry. Everybody should be sacked. They won't be, mate, because it's a different day now and it's a different narrative and it's all about being happy and getting along. Chris says Judges and Turkish sold out, unfortunately. They did. They did. Well, yeah, Turkish certainly did. Lee Judges was always a bullshitter. But there you go. Andy G, spot on, Jez. Big up, man. Fanish says Eddie's so dumb we have to buy another goalkeeper this window because Ramsdale left. You know, we've signed this Joan Garcia from Espanyol. We've signed him, mate. So that's that. Great business as well at that cost. Not really. Shocking. Football talk. Big up, Jez. Big up to you, mate. Thanks for watching. Smash the likes, people. Sub if you're new in the house. 170 gunner Arteta has taken away Martinelli's pace. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. But he definitely seems to have lost the yard to me, because I've watched twice this season in games where he's been clear through, broken out. Yeah. And that game against Wolves, right, he's clear of everybody and he gets caught by a central defender. No. He just looked off it. Sorry, but that to me is a concern. Excuse me. So there we go. Vanis says Martinelli has his pace, but he really can't finish and lacks creativity. I think he has lost a bit of pace, my friend. And I think his confidence is not what it was. Maybe that's because he's been told to play in a different way. I have no idea. But I'm sorry, I think he has lost a bit of pace. Andy G says we're linked with Neto at Bournemouth now. Oh dear God, are we? Not Pedro Neto. No, well. CM says, who would you sign on deadline date? If I was in a position, I'd be straight down the road. I'd be knocking on the door of Brentford and say, get in the car, my friend. You're coming to the Emirates. Let's get this over the line right now, and let's not stop pissing about, man. Casual golfer, great content as usual. Yes, on the Martinelli comment, I think he just needs a goal. Yeah, I just think he's lacking confidence, mate. Thanks for joining, my friend. Smash the likes as you enter, everybody, and smash the subs. Let's get me to 6,000 subs ASAP. It does really help the channel, get it out there. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it is what it is. It's 170 gunner. Arteta is the worst manager in football history. He's probably one of the worst managers I've ever seen at Arsenal. There's no question about that. And I've seen a couple of poor managers, but he is the worst. Terry Neal wasn't great, but he did win an FA Cup with his own team, and he did get to 3 consecutive FA Cups. By the way, first manager to ever do that. Just saying. All right, we lost to Ipswich 1-0 and we lost to West Ham 1-0. But, you know, we didn't have a great team at that time. But we turned up against Man United in 79. But, yeah, it wasn't long after that, 80, 81, he was out down the road. The fans wanted him out. The fans protested. We went up to Islington Town Hall and basically said, get him out. And he was out, which is a shame because he was an Arsenal player, which this is why I don't like ex-Arsenal players being managers. He listed Arteta. You know what I'm saying? It's the same, man. Christopher Ryan, I wouldn't go for that far a 170 gunner, but not far off though. Yeah, well, it was all. I was at all 3 finals, 78, 79, and 80. So was I, mate. Yeah, Ipswich and West Ham, they were pretty crap. Pretty crap, especially West Ham. Dear, oh dear. True says underselling, overpaying, changing goalies regularly, etc. Edu and Board Defo doing bungs. Well, I'd like to see what actually comes out eventually one day about that Marquinhos one at the Sao Paulo. You know, 3 mil for a player we could have got for Diddley Scott. And yeah, what happened there? What was that about? Oh, to keep good relations. Who got the good relations payment out of that one? I'd like to know. I'd really like to know that one. Chris Rice says, when did you turn on Wenger? It was probably after, it's probably 2016 when we capitulated against Leicester. We're the only team to beat Leicester twice that season, and they won the league. And, of course, the League Cup final as well. So, yeah, that was me. That's when I gave my ticket up. I said, I've had enough of watching this crap. And that's when I left. And I've been back since, but I can't lie, it's not what it was, and I don't think it ever will be again. Vanish says, would you take Simon Adingler for Saka backup? I don't know who he is, mate, be honest. Be fair to you, I have no idea who that player is. The Assembled, who was the first player to win the FA Cup with 2 different teams in consecutive years? Oh, that's nice. I don't know. The first player to win the FA Cup with 2 different teams. First player. Until he manages, but I don't know. I honestly don't know, man. Please inform me. Andy G, soulless bowl of the Emirates. I hate it. It's a fish bowl. Right winger from Ivory Coast plays for Brighton. Okay. So, oh yeah, cool. Yeah, Brian Talbot. He won. Yeah, of course he did. Ipswich and Arsenal. Yeah, shows what I know, doesn't it? So shows what I know, man. Of course he did. Of course he did. Brian Talbot, good player. He was a good player. Casual golfer. Adingra is a Brighton winger, steady player, lightning quick. Well, let's go and buy him then. Yeah, good art. Yeah, I should have known that. I feel stupid now. I should have known that. The League Gunner team was Arteta out from day one. Never flip flop, mate. I'm not flip flopping. I said this from day one. I didn't want this manager. He's not the levels of Arsenal Football Club. He hasn't got the experience. He hasn't got the knowledge. And therefore, I didn't want him. Simple fact. It's not personal. I've got nothing against the man. I've never met him. Don't want to meet him. I'm sure he's a lovely, lovely man in himself. But, no, he's never going to get us over the line that we need to get over. Facts of that. Anyway, this was going to be a short stream as a test for YouTube to see what's not working. Casual golfer, Jez. So people, thanks for watching. I'm out of here, and as always, a lot of content coming out from me now. A lot more than I used to do. You know, I just thought, hey, why not? Let's just do it. If I've got something to talk about, I'll talk about. And I didn't last. Well, my first 2 years, I didn't really. So yeah, it is what it is. Big up, Mama, as always. And we got Chiesa, Danny Lyons would have been a great fit with Calafiori behind him. Yeah, we just don't get the links, do we, man? We just don't get it right. So it's so annoying, man. Andy G, all the best, Jez. Thank you, man. Mama says thanks to the chat. And Casual Golfer, Jez and Arteta, there are 2 clowns who sit next to me in the ground. Ask me where's Mikel's statue. Oh, my days. Really? Yeah, where's George Graham's then, mate? That's the question. You should have said that to them. Where's the George Graham statue then? Vanish, big up, Jez. Big up, Vanish. Thank you for joining, my friend. As always, the assembled, Jez, and the chat room. Thank you, everyone that's joined for this little chat. Let's look forward to Saturday. Tomorrow night, I will be doing the end of the transfer window chat along, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, exactly, mate. They probably don't know who George Graham is. So, yeah, good point. Fair play. Yeah. And on that note, we're out of here, people. And, yeah, thank you for joining. It's been fun. And have a good night. Enjoy yourselves. And I'll catch you all tomorrow.